Hello everybody and welcome back to Marvel Rivals. In this one we're going to be going over Magik. Magik is a pretty cool combo-y character, so let's just get right into her. Magik's basic attack is called Soul Sword. Slash forward with a soul sword. Pretty self-explanatory, you just run at someone and hold the click button and she'll do some pretty big, hard-hitting slashes. Note that just like a bunch of other melee characters, you don't actually have to be aiming that precisely. As long as you're aiming in their very generous general direction, you'll probably hit them. Magik's passive ability is called Limbo's Might. She converts damage inflicted to enemies into bonus health to herself. This is a really good passive for Magik, as it helps her be pretty tanky. As long as you're dealing damage, you will continuously regenerate shield. Note that this can be any damage from any of your abilities, and you can see that the shield buff is actually pretty substantial. Keep in mind, however, if you're not dealing damage, it does go away somewhat quickly. Magik's first alternate attack, that's right, she's got a few, we'll get into it, is called Magik Slash. Strike forward and air slash. This ability is pretty self-explanatory. You can charge it in order to shoot an air slash forward. Note that the longer you charge it, the more damage it does, so it might be helpful to hit people from a distance before rushing in with it, or you can hit someone that's trying to run away from you after a fight. Magik's E ability is called Umbral Incursion. Dash forward and launch up enemies airborne. This ability is also pretty self-explanatory. Magik dashes forward a short distance. If hitting an enemy, she will launch them up in the air. This allows you to wail on someone for a little bit while they're in the air. There isn't a whole lot much else to say with this, besides it is a good combo starter or a good way to get into a fight. Magik's next ability is where all the fun begins, called Stepping Discs. Jump through a stepping disc, teleporting a short distance into the direction of movement, becoming invincible while teleporting. This ability is pretty self-explanatory. You press the button, you go that direction. Keep in mind that you don't teleport that far actually. It's pretty much just like 3 steps forward or whatever direction you're moving. But this allows her to do a bunch of other things, like Magik's other alternate fire, Demon's Rage. Summon a Limbo demon that attacks enemies after exiting a stepping disc. So this is what I was kind of talking about, where she has a bunch of different combos she can pull off. After you jump through a stepping disc, you have the option to pick from 2 attacks. The other one we'll go over later, but the first one is this Demon's Rage ability. After exiting the portal, you can click the button and you'll summon a little demon directly in front of you that will attack in the direction of the nearest enemy. Note that these guys have decent range actually, and do an okay amount of damage. So if you're jumping towards someone, you can always pop this out before you start wailing on them yourself. Magik's other alternate ability is her normal attack, called Eldritch Whirl. Spin while swinging the soul sword after exiting a stepping disc. So like I said, instead of the basic attack, if you go through a stepping disc and click it, you will do a giant spin attack with quite a large radius. There isn't a whole lot more to say about this, besides it's probably the more used of the 2 abilities. It has a large radius so you can hit multiple enemies at once. Finally, we have Magik's ultimate ability, called Dark Child. Transform into Dark Child, gaining enhancements to all of her abilities. So, I hope you got the rest of the video down, because this is the final quiz. Once she turns into Dark Child, all of her abilities stay the same. They all just do a few extra things. Pressing the button, she takes a second to charge up to turn into Dark Child. After she turns into Dark Child, her basic attack does a lot more damage. Her spin attack does a lot more damage. Pretty much everything she does a lot more damage. So, if you're good with Magik, you're good with Dark Child, because they're the same character, one just does a lot more damage. So hopefully you get good at her combos, because you're going to need them. Magik has one team-up ability with 2 characters, that being Black Panther and Psylocke, called Dimensional Shortcut. When Magik is on the field, Black Panther and Psylocke can tap into Limbo to rewind a few seconds back to a previous position. After passing through Limbo, Black Panther and Psylocke will gain bonus health based on missing health. Psylocke does not have to do anything except exist for this ability to work. This is more of a benefit for Psylocke and Black Panther. As you can see, they're just kind of running around, but in their perspective, they get a new ability that allows them to teleport. This is good for them because they can get in, do a few damage, and then press the button as a quick getaway. They also restore some health once they come back, depending on how low their health is, kind of like Venom's shield, but a lot less effective. And that is everything you need to know about Magik. What do you guys think of Magik? Let me know down in the comments below. And while you're down there, why don't you hit that like and subscribe button if you learned anything or liked the video. I'm planning on putting out more Marvel Rivals content as the days go forward. I got some cool other videos if you want to check those out, but if not, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching.